welcome to, I think, episode 40?
Oh, damn, it'd be really great, but I think it's only episode 39.
Look it up. I think it's episode 40.
Sure, fine, whatever.
I really think it's episode 40.
Tell me what I know.
Here you go, Ben. We're having watermelon.
It's just, we didn't have any cookies. There was, like, no ice cream.
So we're having no watermelon, like, no, we're not even eating it inside a bowl?
Let me go ahead and, I'll take a picture for posterity of exactly what we're doing here.
Why didn't you at least bring a bowl?
Because I didn't want to grab a bowl. I could only grab the whole watermelon and hold both cups. I was thinking fast. I had to move quick.
Okay.
39.
Damn it. Okay. Well, welcome to episode 39. E3 is happening.
I think ED is over.
When we record this, E3 will have just ended? Maybe?
I think today, I think we're on like the last. I didn't hear any news. I've stopped hearing news.
We're on the last leg of it. But we're just eating watermelon. But there was a... Ben asked me, like, the one game Ben thought I was excited for, I'm not excited for, like, at all.
Right.
And it's Xenoblade 2.
Do you think maybe the reason you're not excited for it is because Xenoblade X burned you out?
Xenoblade X had some stupid things going with it.
Right.
Sure, it's fun, and I wish I could beat it, but don't keep throwing extremely difficult missions at the player. I understand it's an RPG, but I can't make enough money in between chapters that lets me fully outfit my team with mechs.
Right.
Skells. I only have my good one, and I keep having hand-me-downs to the rest of my party of my old Skells. And that's not good. I can't fight a giant mech like that. But that's not what Xenoblade 2 is. Xenoblade Chronicles X was a spin-off.
Yeah.
And there's no Skells in either of the other two. But I don't care for the style of gameplay that it's providing.
Right.
In which it's
not turn-based?
Not turn-based, but still turn-based. It's where it's live action, but you're still stuck in a turn-based system.
There's still timers.
Yeah. I hate the timers. Final Fantasy X-2, 12 was probably the first one that started doing it.
Right.
And I hate it. It's the worst.
But a lot of Kingdom Hearts is on a timer system now. No, it's on a cooldown system, sorry.
Yeah.
I figured that out myself. I was like, but you like Kingdom Hearts? And Kingdom Hearts is on timers. No, Kingdom Hearts is on a cooldowns.
No, Kingdom Hearts, it's more action than RPG. While games like Final Fantasy X-2, Final Fantasy 12, that's more RPG than action. But the action part is still weighed down by the fact that it's RPG.
I will say, I'm glad that's where Kingdom Hearts found itself.
Not turn-based?
No, I think the cooldown system is the best way for it to go. Like, the cooldowns, as opposed to having several magics to sort through and several, I think being able to build yourself a command deck to fit to your own specific playstyle, I think is the best.
But there's the problem with that, though.
Sure.
You'll only just use... There's one good thing. There's only one thing you'll ever use. You'll never use anything else.
I didn't have that issue. Because I was playing in Proud Mode on Dream Drop Distance, and I found it.
What'd you use?
Sliding Dash and Fire Gun.
Sliding Dash. Those are the type of things that they use. Like, you didn't just use Sliding Dash and Fire Aga, though.
I mean, I had Sliding Dash.
Did you ever use Balloon?
No, I'd never got any of the good balloons.
So weird.
I tried to mess around with them like late game, but it didn't like work with my system at that point.
Well, Balloon's the best in the game. And it's not hard to get, but Trip Mine is hard to get in Birth by Sleep.
Right, that's what Because I was watching one of the guides for beating Nameless Entity, and it was like, what you're going to want to do is use the mines. And I was like, I don't want to use the mines. They're really bad, and I hate using them.
Yeah. But the problem with those games is that flinch is not a thing. You can't flinch them with normal attacks.
Oh, right, yeah.
You can't combo them properly.
Yeah.
You don't... In Kingdom Hearts 2, you don't mash the attack button just to attack. Like, you press X a bit. But then you press square. You can combo them, and you can take them into different ways. Like, you can press square at a different point in the combo to launch them into the air, and then you can start doing a combo finish.
I did notice, I'm not sure if this was just because I was trying to run away so fast, or because this was legitimately the strategy I picked up, but in Birth by Sleep, everything felt so, like, almost nonsensical at points. Like, I was just like, alright, flow motion onto this while we launch all my attacks, hit into flow motion to dash through them and fly into the sky on a bunch of nonsense and slam down.
Oh, you mean Fragmentary Passage? You said Birth by Sleep. And you're saying flow motion.
Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah.
But do all this sort of flow motion nonsense. I don't even remember what my strategy was back in Birth by Sleep.
It was dodge until you could attack again.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But not with Terra.
Not with Terra, no. You just had to beat him. You just had to hit him until he died.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that. Ven and Aqua both had invincibility frames consistently throughout their dodge.
It's to make it a different play experience.
I don't get that. I mean, no. I do get that. But
it does sort of fit my playstyle, because my playstyle has always sort of been just be strong enough to hit and hit back.
yeah, but in Birth by Sleep, you gotta dodge. There's no way to, like, deal with a combo like that.
You know the way? Billion health.
Yeah, sure.
But we're getting sort of off topic.
We're talking about Kingdom Hearts again. Now, we are excited for the Kingdom Hearts. You saw the trailer, right?
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer.
Yeah, of course.
And it looks like it's got cooldowns.
It does not have cooldowns. It has magic. It operates like Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No, that's not going to be a main game. They're not going to treat a main game like that.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've gotten a main game.
Yeah. Now,
alright, then just having magics on cooldowns, I think, is a lot better than having MP gauge.
it's just everything's on cooldown, and you have access to a full item bag.
Yeah.
No, it's sure you have to rely solely on a single MP gauge, but you can have an item bag, an item pouch that has elixirs.
Yeah, but I hate having to rely on items, because I never use them.
I think that's the problem, though.
Yeah, it's definitely an issue with my gameplay style, but it's always like, I always want to save my items until it's absolutely do or
But
die.
then you don't use them because you're not focusing on the on the thing.
And I just beat the game without having using them.
But you have a bad time. You have a bad time playing the game.
Yeah. You should use items when you need them. When you need to use your items, you use the items. When you think you need to use the items, you should probably use the items. What was I going to say? But no, so I wanted to talk about E3, or I guess we can talk about E3 as a secondary thing. But I want to talk about RPGs in general because I don't find myself enjoying them. I rarely find myself enjoying them.
Yep. And I find myself enjoying them consistently.
Like, I don't mind when an RPG is really good, but more often than not, they're not really good. Like, they never have enough draw to really draw me in. There has to be... You don't like the sort of turn-based, not turn-based, but that's the bare minimum for me to get into an RPG.
No way. There's no way you would like Final Fantasy X-2's combat.
The almost not turn-based?
Yeah. It's not well put together.
I mean, then you're right, but that's not saying that I don't like that style of gameplay. I enjoy RPGs that are very, like...
you think you'd like Final Fantasy 10-12? Not 10-12.
10-2?
12.
12?
12.
I don't know. Like, I've seen so little gameplay for it.
I played it a bit.
Hey, come in.
I found it so boring.
Come in.
No, he wants food.
Okay. Goodbye. What was I gonna say? But like, I remember I tried playing Final Fantasy 1, and oh my god, there's nothing. There's nothing as far as depth goes. Like, it's interesting, like, leveling up your characters and sort of like pursuing different abilities and whatever, but like, there's just nothing. I don't think it's good. I talk about the Vita a lot with people, because 3 people in the world own a Vita.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talk like, oh, I guess the Vita's dead. Looks like the Vita's dead. And it's been dead, air quotes. Yeah. It's been dead, air quotes, for like fucking 5 years now or some nonsense since it released.
Yeah.
And I always hear like, oh man, but it's getting all these JRPGs and stuff. And if I knew that a console was only going to get JRPGs for the rest of its life, I would mercy kill it.
Ooh. Jesus.
They're no fucking fun to me. They drag on so long and they never feel like they have any depth to them.
What the fuck? What are you doing? You gotta stop saying they have no depth to them, because that just isn't goddamn true.
It's like, see, like a big lake. Like, I'm sure there's depth to that lake, but I don't want to go in that lake. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be at the bottom of that lake. I don't want to be at the top of that lake.
You're just standing at the beach, though.
Yeah, I don't want to be there anymore.
You haven't even started to get into the lake,
I've been, my feet got in the water, it was cold.
You didn't start swimming, though.
I don't have to. I mean, no, I've swam lakes before. The problem isn't that I don't swim in lakes. The problem is that I keep doing it, and every time I'm like, I didn't really like this experience.
I don't know why you even tried to start an MMORPG. Like, you bought Elder Scrolls Online twice? Is that right?
You bought it once, I bought it once.
Right. 'Cause that's like an ocean.
Those are fine.
Swimming in an ocean's fine,
Swimming
you
in an
die.
ocean is fine.
You die.
I mean, like, it gets boring. Fast.
No, absolutely not. You die.
Swim in an ocean, not get bored? No. You're making shit up.
Hold on.
We've lost ourselves in the metaphor. This metaphor had a little bit too much depth.
Jump into the middle of the ocean.
Okay.
You die.
Yes, that happens.
You drown.
Okay.
It's super cold.
That's true.
Or something attacks you.
Yes.
Uh,
Very similarly to playing Elder Scrolls Online, where you drown, you get really cold, and someone attacks you.
That's the first island if you start as in the Ebonheart contract.
Yeah.
You go to the Skyrim island. You get cold. No, but I like how you're like, RPGs have no depth, but you're like, I can only imagine by that strain of logic you mean hack and slashes have depth.
Yes. Yeah, what? Come at me. You have something to say?
It's just, you're not necessarily shitting on RPGs.
Yes, that's true. I have to hear about them a lot. I have to play them a lot.
You don't have to play them a lot.
I do have to play them, though.
Why?
Because people want to talk to me about them, and I have to play them.
No.
Yeah.
Have them play games that you play. Have them play games you like.
How's that work? It's not gonna work out.
What do you mean?
It's not gonna work out
So
for
talk
me.
to them about it.
I've tried. It doesn't work. It just goes nowhere. You can't do a Robert Nuzlocke in a hack and slash game.
Then don't. We don't have to do that.
I'm already invested in it, though.
No, you're not. You're clearly not.
You know how I get invested in things. Like, I do it, and it's like, oh, you can stop doing that anytime, and then I'm like, and then I stop doing it, and it's like, oh, we can just stop. You just be done with that. You just never have to play it again. And I'm like, I can do it. All right, I'll pick it back up. And it's like,
this is a problem. We've stumbled upon a problem on a bigger scale, and how it's you don't know when to stop having a bad time.
yes.
Like, who taught you to grin and bear it?
I don't know. It's an interesting of when I started doing this.
Because, like, I started playing White Knight Chronicles.
Right.
I did, like, the tutorial quest and, like, the first main chapter, or whatever that means. And by that I mean I got out of the castle invasion. I started walking down the first path, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done playing.
Yeah.
I don't want to play anymore. Now, let's put you in that thing. You get that. You get that as soon as you walk out.
We don't have to
No,
pretend.
hold
I mean, like, we don't have to pretend. This is just input any other PS3 game.
You get out of the first castle, the castle invasion chapter. You kind of like get that feeling in the back of your head, like, I didn't enjoy any of that.
Yeah, that wasn't very good.
But then you keep going,
Yeah, I keep
and
playing.
then suddenly you're in chapter 2.
Okay.
You're in the middle of chapter 2, and you're like, I'm not enjoying
Still not
myself.
having a great time.
You tell me this, and I'm like, just stop playing. You're like,
No, I don't think I do that.
no, I don't think so. I'm already in chapter 2. I don't see where that goes. Then you're at the end of the game. You didn't have fun. You didn't have a good time. You wasted your time.
Right, I spent a lot of time on it, but I'm done. Right, I get to relish in that sort of satisfying. I didn't let the game beat me.
In the
I beat
satisfaction of a game you didn't enjoy, of a story
It's over.
you didn't enjoy.
It's over though.
Yeah, it could have been over a long time
I get
ago.
to be done with it. I get to mark it in my book of things I've accomplished.
Great. You didn't have fun.
This is actually like a parallel to our own lives.
What do you mean?
Like, you were in band for
You're right.
3 years?
Not absolutely not. Less than a year.
Less than a year? Really?
I guess I started a bit like 5th grade.
So how long were you doing bells? Like 2 years? A year and a half?
Less than a year and a half.
Less than a year and a half.
Maybe a school year at best.
And then you couldn't do it anymore.
I physically had to stop, but I
Right.
didn't care.
Right. I was in orchestra
5th grade to
4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10,
Right.
11. I think I was in it for 8 years.
Yeah, okay.
And that was just my life. And I started hating it around like maybe 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then the entire rest of it was just like,
You really liked it for 4th, 5th, and 6th?
yeah, I think it was fine.
Okay.
Back when it was 4th and 5th, I was a small child and I didn't know there was anything else to do except school things.
Right.
So I was like, oh, this is good. This is fine. I'm a child. I'm allowed to be bad at this. People thought it was cute when I was bad at it, but when I was in high school and I was bad at it, it was just like, I'm not getting any better at this.
Right.
I don't want to keep trying at this. That's I think my big deal with a lot of these games, is that any game that really requires a lot of grinding is just not a place I want to be. I was thinking about Monster Hunter the other time, because I saw the new Monster Hunter trailer and I was like, that looks really good. Looks like a really fun game. Maybe I pick it up, and I was like, wait, Ben. You're not going to like that.
Yeah?
You're not going to have a good time with that. You're going to have an interesting, fun beginning time with it. And then it's going to get hard, and it's going to want you to grind, and you're not going to do that. So I'm not going to pick it up.
Of course.
Because I know better.
Of course.
And the problem is that a lot of times I don't know better. The grind that these things ask out of me. And that's what... I can say anything about RPGs that make it seem like, oh, he's just like, he's a legitimate connoisseur of games. And just doesn't like RPGs because something.
Which is no.
But I just hate the grind. And I've never played an RPG that didn't want that out of me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
My favorite kind of RPGs are the ones that push me to my limits in a way that feels reasonable and fair.
Yeah.
My favorite examples of these are Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga games.
Yeah.
Because there's timing bits.
Yes.
So I'm not just getting my shit kicked in for no reason.
Mario RPGs are good that way.
Yeah. When I'm just like, when I finally take the damage and then I just like reel because it's 1 billion and I'm like, what did you want me to do there? Do you want me to not take 1 billion damage? Because I don't know how you want me to do that. Raboob. RPGs are fine. I have a lot of bad experiences with them, and it's led to me being a bitter person, a bitter human being.
What RPGs did you play?
I've been playing Nier a lot recently.
That's not an RPG.
What is it?
It's a 10-2 RPG.
Explain.
It's action, right? Is it action turn-based?
No, it's not turn-based.
There's an action RPG.
Alright, I've been playing, I played Pokemon. Pokemon is an RPG.
That doesn't actually demand a grind, I've realized.
It...
Very minimum.
Yeah, it's...
It gives enough for you to work your way through and level up normally.
Yeah.
The problem is, we started off the Nuzlocke run and made that stupid rule of not looking at the gym leader's levels.
I don't even think not looking at the gym leader's levels is what did it for us. You said that you were scared of me. Because I had ground in order to beat the rock gym, and I had ground in order to beat the water gym, and then we got through that, and then I remember you saying that you didn't want to be so underleveled, so you ground up to 30. You weren't scared of Surge.
No, I didn't know Surge's level. I remember grinding thinking, Surge is probably in the 29s to 28s. That's what I thought.
There's no way. There's no... I mean...
You could have caught yourself in Oddish from Misty, and you would not have had to grind.
Well, I couldn't have. Could I? Because that's how Nuzlocks work.
Well, I don't know. I caught a Bellsprout pretty quickly.
Wish I could have been that. Wish that could have happened to me.
No, but instead he just stole all my good Pokemon.
Yeah, that happened instead. Because that's how Nuzlocke rival runs work.
Yes.
I feel like throughout my life I've played a lot of video games. I've fucking played turn-based RPGs.
You haven't had this problem with other Pokemon games, though.
I'm having it with Moon right now. Because I put that stupid restriction on myself not to use the EXP share.
Ugh. You make your own unfun.
It's true. But that... I shouldn't need the EXP share to play the game.
That's true. And
Yeah.
You don't, but you'll have to grind a bit harder, huh? In a game that's designed for players that use the XP share.
Why?
Because it's not for you. It's for people. It's for younger kids. It can also be for adults. But it's for a wider ranged audience. Also, let's go back to the Final Fantasy thing.
Sure.
If you thought Final Fantasy 1 was going to be anything but a boring slog, no way, dude.
You gonna look at me? You're gonna look at me right now? I mean, I know.
Final Fantasy games from like 1 to 6 are snooze fest to me.
Yeah, I know. But people talk about these games like they're the best things
Because
in the
we
world.
didn't grow up with them.
That's fair.
You know how nostalgia works?
But I was like fucking 12 when I played Final Fantasy 1. On the PSP,
Whoa.
I was actually maybe 14.
Yeah.
Still, I was
You
age.
got caught up on something, right? You just didn't know how to do something?
Honestly, Final Fantasy 1, I mean, the combat was boring. The combat was boring, and that's what didn't hook me for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So when I got stuck on the ocean and could not figure out where the fuck to go in the world,
Yeah.
I just put it down. And
Yeah, of course.
never picked it back up again.
That's what you do.
I keep... I mean, it's fucking even. I don't like turn-based RPGs. I think they're some of the most boring gameplays in the whole world. But this is even action RPGs a lot of the time. Just no good for me. Just not good. No good.
So you want something entirely dependent on the skill of the player.
Yes.
That doesn't. But
I could play a game with no stats. Be fine.
that's any game.
I know.
Any game requires skill. Now, how the fuck don't you like Dark Souls? How the fuck do you not like Dark Souls?
I had a bunch of really bad experiences.
What did you do?
Dark Souls 1, or maybe Demon Souls, I can't
Probably
remember.
Demon Souls. Because you played it when you were 11.
Right, I started up. It's all about what... Raboob is
Rubble's
here.
ready to fight you.
He's like, you talking shit about Final Fantasy 1? Fucking Dark Souls 1. I started the game and I was a prince class, and I was like, you get a little bit of magic, you get a little bit of strength. And I was like, oh, cool. And the magic...
I'm a prince!
And the magic didn't deal any damage, and then the enemies killed me. And I was like, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong.
I'm a
and
prince!
I did that like 6 times, and it fucking killed me. And there was... A game's gotta have a hook to like really get you in and hold you there. And that's not a hook. That's the opposite of a hook.
Demon Souls was very, very tough to sell to many people.
Yeah, it's... and that's... Games gotta have a hook. That's it. Games gotta have a hook to keep me playing. And that's not a hook, that's the opposite of a hook. When a game is like, oh, hey, welcome to the first boss, you can't beat it, that's the opposite of a hook. That's why I would stop playing a game. Some games have that hook.
You can beat it. You can beat that guy.
I was thinking of Demon... I didn't even get to the first boss, Demon Souls.
What are you talking about?
I was talking about Gascoigne again.
So you weren't even... You got lost in the fact that...
I got lost in the very beginning of Demon Souls. That's the opposite of a hook. Then I didn't play Dark Souls, didn't play Dark Souls 2. I'm going to pick up Dark Souls 2 at some point, I think. Because I keep seeing Scholar of the First Sin for like $15.
It's good.
And I've heard comments about that game. So...
I've heard words about that game.
People have said words about it to me.
People have opinions of that game. I might have picked it up at some point. I'm having no fun with this game, but the opinions, they told
keep
me.
Coming. People have said words about this game, and I have to see the words in the game.
I shall suffer. That's the only way to get those opinions. I must find those opinions.
This is, I mean, like, and that's part of the reason why I do these things. So...
Oh!
I play these games...
Peer pressure?
No, the opposite of peer pressure. Out of pure spite for these people, if a person comes up to me and says, X game is real good, and I play it...
I'll prove you wrong!
And I'm like, X game is real shitty, and it's like, you just didn't play it enough. Fuck you, I didn't play it enough. I beat it twice!
No, it's not... That's not a healthy way to approach video games. I like this game. I played it a bit. It's not my cup of tea.
I played that game twice just to tell you how bad it is.
On the hardest difficulty one time. You're really not supposed to do that. They tell you not to if you really want to enjoy the game. Fuck you!
Enjoy? I don't even know what that means.
God damn it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with how you handled Bloodborne. Everything in the starting game points you to the cleric beast first. But you're like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Gascoigne. I'm gonna go on a longer route. Never even look at the bridge. I never look at the bridge.
On every other game, you're correct. I make these games bad for me, and then I complain that they're bad, and it's like, yeah, no shit, idiot. And I'm like, fuck you. But Bloodborne is not an example of this. I played Bloodborne the exact way I was supposed to play Bloodborne.
No, the list of bosses goes cleric beast, then Gascoigne.
If you don't have to beat it, it's not a boss.
It's for story purposes.
The door behind it is locked. I would have been more mad. The fact that I got to Gascoigne is a saving grace. I'm mad at Bloodborne, but I'm not pissed at it. Bloodborne, you should be rewarding me for this. Bloodborne, by all means, is a game I stopped playing because I wasn't enjoying it. Am I supposed to play through or am I not supposed to play through?
You were supposed to enjoy it. Bloodborne was the ultimate experience you were looking for. It's a hack and slash skill-based RPG.
No.
It is.
It's not.
I am proof of that. got the skill in the end to stop calling players to help me fight my battles. I'm not shaming anyone who does that, but I started.
I am.
Fuck you. You had 2 of your friends join in and beat you to get you to Bloodstar
And
Feast.
they beat it too, and that's why I stopped. And that's the actual reason I stopped playing that game.
You think you could have beaten Gascoigne
I beat Gascoigne
alone?
Yes.
There you go. I win.
Ow!
Mark it down, podcast viewer.
Fuck.
William wins.
Let's talk about E3.
No.
Did you see anything good in E3?
Nintendo cleaned it up once again.
Yeah, killed it. Absolutely.
I wish the Monster Hunter fan community was bigger, because then a lot of more people would be saying Sony's was a success.
That's the weirdest thing. I was talking to a person. They were like, somebody's mad that Sony stole Monster Hunter from Nintendo. And I was like...
I am so mad. Monster Hunter started on PS2.
Yeah, it's a PS2 originally. It's also on Xbox One.
Well, there you go.
It's not even a console exclusive, which is a weird one. Sony got to show off 2 games. So 2 new games at their thing.
What was it?
It was Monster Hunter, which is not a console exclusive, and Shadow of the Colossus, which is...
PS2.
Yeah.
Again.
They got remastered already. Oh, but the graphics are good now. Okay.
People liked it, though. People enjoyed the presentation.
I know, I don't understand it.
It's so
I guess
strange.
They were starved for anything that looked like a new game.
I guess that they just had a dry year.
I think it's sort of weird, and this is part of the reason we don't need E3 anymore. Why did you show off God of War if you weren't going to be done with it by next year's E3?
Oh, they're not going to be done until... They're not done with it?
They showed it off at last year's E3.
Right.
And then they showed it off also at this year's E3. We knew God of War existed. Like, we already knew that.
That's true.
It's not as exciting when you're showing off a game we already know exists. What did Xbox show? Did Xbox show anything?
Sea of Thieves.
Right, the new Rare game. That's something.
That's a Rare game?
Yeah, I think it's a Rare game.
It looks pretty good.
It looks like a fun time to be had.
Yeah. People are really getting down on multiplayer games.
Yeah.
People really just want that story-driven experience.
Yeah, people want a single-player story experience. And
I can understand that.
Oh, they showed off Anthem.
They did. But that is another multiplayer game.
Multi-platform?
No, multiplayer.
But isn't it multi-platform also?
I hope so. I don't want to buy an Xbox One for that.
Yeah. I feel like... Hey, Rabab. You want a little bit of watermelon?
No, just go... Leave the room for a second. Put his bowl down. But yeah, I don't know if Anthem is multi-platform. I thought Xbox bought the exclusivity of BioWare's Anthem. Which, that might be true.
What?
That that Xbox bought BioWare's exclusivity for Anthem.
Yeah.
Because that was their big thing. They loved exclusives that year, that E3.
I want to say, it's... What, the new Minecraft update for Switch is going to be cross-platform?
Okay. I thought you were going to say new Minecraft game, but I was going to put that in quotation marks, but that's not a thing.
Right. And that... I mean, I'm all for console exclusives and everything, and it's fun to have a game that you can justify your console for.
You see that one time that someone tweeted and I was saying pee your pants, and then he immediately responded,
like 32
you
seconds.
You pee my pants.
As if that's like a...
But it's so funny. It's like you're insulting me, but I need you to do it to me.
Like, do you want them to pee in your pants while they're wearing them, or while you're wearing them? Not
you want them to pee on you? He's rich. He doesn't care.
I don't fucking.
He got rich on a fucking Minecraft game.
That's just terrible. Like, they're the worst. They're like, I'm so sad because I'm so rich. And it's just like, nah, shut up, dude. I was gonna say words. Oh, yeah, console exclusives are nice and everything because they make it a way to justify your purchase of a big old console, big old brick in your house.
Yep.
But we're getting to the point where I don't think they're necessary anymore.
You just want to be able to stream them?
Yeah, just want to be able to, they should be on every console. Switch is a weird one, because you can't have every game on Switch.
Right.
but I think every game should be on the Xbox One and PS4.
Okay.
And you should be able to play between them.
Right.
They should be the same console.
Yes.
Microsoft, Sony, put your bricks together in one big brick.
Well, I mean, Microsoft might not be long for this world. I mean, Xbox-wise.
Right.
You know. We don't know.
We don't know. But if they crash...
Someone's coming down the steps. They're not interested in us. They just went to the TV. Not everything's about the podcast. But...
They were stomping on the stairs. I thought they were mad.
Yeah. I thought it was our dad.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. E3 is so boring this year. Like, there was a lot of interesting-ish things shown off. But, we've been burned recently a lot on the hype train.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like we as a gaming community are finally starting to realize that it's better to be a little bit hesitant about where we put our eggs in whichever baskets.
Yeah, definitely.
I like to pretend that, but it's probably not true. What time is it? What time are we at?
Oh shit, we haven't been recording. We're at 36 minutes.
I'd be glad. I want to start this podcast over and be like, I have conflicted opinions about RPGs. I've had a lot of bad experiences and a lot of okay experiences.
Instead, you went in like, RPGs are
I
shit!
fucking hate RPGs.
You started off so intent
I was
on
like
making
I was
yourself RPG enemy numero uno
good. I'll be that person. I'll go to war with the world.
by saying that you hate Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
No, that's not true.
They're RPGs, Ben.
No, damn it. Alright, RPGs are great just because of that. It's fine.
Nintendo, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, Nintendo does it again.
Nintendo's made Rabbids good.
Yeah, Mario and
Mario,
plus Rabbids.
that looks so fun.
It's just
And-
like Mario XCOM, right?
It's XCOM mixed with Mario, yeah.
Yeah.
Luigi can die. Only Luigi.
Oh no.
And the Yoshi Rabbid.
Ooh,
Just them.
I was cause like I saw it and everybody saw it and we were like, what's this fucking joke? Mario got a gun? What's up with that?
Yeah, that was I don't think it was like I don't think the fan community met it with a very hateful reaction. We were just taken aback.
It was just like it's a lot of nonsense. It's a lot of stuff to be thrown on our plate.
And we haven't seen much of the Rabbids. But last we saw them, they were like a fucking we saw them as like a infiltrator, like in the gaming community. That was just like they killed Rayman.
They killed Rayman. That's basically it. I mean, Rayman's here. He's fine.
He's great. He's doing great.
He's doing things still. How many times have we gotten Rayman Origins getting released?
It's gotten released a lot.
Yeah. I feel like it feels like there's been more Rayman's games, but it's just Rayman Origins. That's the game, right?
Yeah. But still, that is a solid game.
Yeah.
But I don't see any I don't feel any anger when I see the Rabbids in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. It's sort of nonsensical, but I feel like it's...
Okay,
not
I
the
need
worst
you to
thing I've ever
stop. Hold on. You've said it at least twice in this
Nonsensical?
podcast. Nonsensical?
I like the word. I've said it a lot in
It
my life.
sounds so disingenuine. Like, I'll text you something, right? Like, I'll text you something, like, kind of fun, maybe nonsensical, and you're like, that's nonsensical. In flat, lowercase text, all across. I'll be like, great, I think Ben didn't like it.
It's true. It's nonsensical. I don't like nonsensical things, alright? I like my things to
Hold
be...
on a second. No. You're not allowed to... No. I am fine with one word
Okay.
that we both say all the time, and it's yeah.
What about right? I feel like we do that a lot, too.
You're right.
Right, comma, this thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But not nonsensical.
I'm allowed to use words.
Yeah, but not the same one so many times.
What other word...
What brought this on?
I don't know. I don't know what I heard nonsensical.
Was it Bloodborne?
Oh, shit, yeah, he does say that. When you start Bloodborne, he's like, the moon is nonsensical tonight.
It's quite nonsensical out there, Knight.
The blood, it tastes nonsensical.
Is your gun and your sawtooth axe pretty nonsensical, right? Bro.
The Bloodborne guy gets it and he goes, this is nonsensical.
You don't say words, Bloodborne man.
He's like, listen, fucker.
Doll, what are you talking about?
He chops fucking the dude's legs off, the old dude's legs off.
Who? Germa?
Yes.
Germa?
Yeah, him. Because it's like, this is my New Game Plus, idiot. Bam.
What?
Because he's a bad guy. He's the first hunter.
Yeah, he is.
Nope.
He said it's my New Game Plus, asshole.
Yeah, you're...
This is my New Game Plus, guy. I need to go in a bark. Nope. Close that door right there.
I feel like...
But really, you gotta stop.
Are we still on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are.
Got it. Things I have to stop doing. Saying nonsensical.
Playing games you don't like.
Harping on RPGs. RPGs, if you will.
I mean, you can... If you play a really bad RPG, and I'm saying there are bad RPGs. You can talk about that. Like, you can talk about a game you didn't enjoy.
I came into this saying that I don't like RPGs, and I, for some reason in my mind, had attributed it to a game series I hadn't played in a long time.
Like what?
Like specifically the turn-based RPG style, or like any semblance of a turn-based RPG style. But it's a lot of... I mean, I see those games and I just don't want to play those games.
Yeah?
Because I don't like them, and I know I don't like them. And I see it, and I watch it, and I'm like, I wouldn't like that. Persona is a good example. I don't like that.
Could have fooled me. You're doing so much on Persona 3.
No, I'm not. When was the last time I played Persona 3?
Your PSP's right behind me.
That's true. Oh, I should take that home with me.
No, I'm playing it.
Oh.
I'm not using anything. The PSP is such a flawed console.
Yeah, I don't like it a lot.
It's such a flimsy thing, and its games are easily broken.
And I downloaded...
They don't give you MD replacement screens.
Yeah, what are you going to do once your disc breaks?
Even if they break, the disc is fragile and gets cut as soon as it touches air.
Speaking of being fragile, the back of a PSP feels like it's going to snap off at any
Oh
time.
my god. Just use the first one. Use the first PSP. That's a bit more sturdier.
Yeah.
You started the Mario theme.
I was thinking. Oh, but yeah. But Persona's a good example of an RPG that's turn-based that I don't like at all.
Yeah?
Hated it.
Devil Summoner. Isn't that an RPG?
Yeah, but it's more action. Like,
Here we go.
you can run around and you can do things, and you can't do things in Persona.
What? Isn't that the whole thing? You have a schedule you can do? You can study or not study?
Look at me in the eyes. That's the worst part about Persona 3.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's in every Persona game.
Hey, real quick, if you like Persona, you have bad taste.
Oh no!
Yeah. No, if you like Persona, you're fine.
Persona 4 Ultimate Arenas is the best game I've ever played.
Ooh, is that true?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm really good at it.
It's fun.
Just like any fighting game, I press down B A or something, and I'm doing good. I hold down and I press A a bunch, and then I shift it and I start pressing B B B, and then sometimes I might do a combo and I'll never know how to do it again.
Tasteful, yeah. That's how we play fighting games.
That's how I beat the tournament in Persona. Remember in high school?
Oh yeah. Did you win?
I think I won.
Sure.
Or maybe I was one off or something.
Yeah, sounds right.
I won, and then you got mad at me. Like, I might have said something, and you got mad at me for it. I don't know. I was just being I don't know. I was just being my old I don't think before I speak self.
You won the tournament and you were like, yeah, that's why I'm the champion, and you guys all have small dicks.
I think I might have said something mean or something. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a shitty feeling to remember. Like one time
I was a bad person.
Someone got mad at you, but you can't remember what either of the things were.
Yeah. I might have gloated. I don't know.
That's fair. You're allowed to do that.
I said GG though.
Oh no, you're not allowed to do that. But you cheated like the whole time. You had
I was cheating.
Button map on your turn.
A button map.
That's God. Like, those tournaments at Game Club were like fun and everything, but people got like really into them, and it was just like, man, don't do that.
Yeah. Yep.
Fun extra story. We played a Magic game in the tournament. And this one guy cheated. Like, he cheated so bad, and it was just like, hey, how did you have the same hand every 3 games? Like, you did the exact same thing, and it's just like, oh, I guess I'm just that good. No, you cheated. You're cheating at this. This is a for fun tournament that nobody cares about, and you're cheating.
Yeah. Anyway, that guy's married now.
Absurd. That's the...
Hopefully, she will cheat on him.
Ooh, I like it.
Let us not share this to Facebook. Oh, you're knocking on his door.
Hey, have you heard our most recent podcast? It's you. Fucker.
Get off my
the
lawn.
RPG?
Get off my lawn. He's in like a mansion.
Oh.
How? Asshole!
You don't deserve
Your
this.
mom was so nice.
Why'd you steal my Pokemon cards? What were we talking? We were saying words.
Now we're just
rambling.
We're just throwing shade on someone who doesn't even think about us anymore. Or maybe he doesn't, and he lays awake and it's like, remember that one time I cheated in that Magic tournament?
I hope it haunts him.
GG, I said, against the kid who didn't really have a lot of experience playing Magic before.
Yeah, you just made it a bad time for him. Seems good.
I think the brother was more mad at me because I ruined the little brother's experience with Magic as a whole, and he'll never really truly approach it again.
I mean, yeah.
No, that isn't why I stopped playing.
No, I mean, I know, but I'm mad at him in general because it just, like, ruined the sanctity of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, why do that?
Yeah.
Why make it a bad time?
No reason to talk about this now, even though we will talk about this again. Not on the podcast, but just in general, later down the line.
I saw a post one time and it was like, if somebody still thinks about you to this day and it still, like, tears them up, good.
Fuck that.
I'm glad you still have power over them. And I'm like, fuck that, dude.
Who would... He reblogged that.
Oh, God damn
He
it.
posted it. Why are you still following him on Tumblr?
But I was like, fuck that, dude. Somebody did a shitty thing to me one time. I don't have power over me. And they're
You said, I don't have power over me.
I don't have power over me, as we've learned in this conversation.
I've made you think things. Leading the
You
way.
changed my mind about RPGs. I
Leading
think turn-based RPGs are great now.
If people can influence your opinion, you have no opinion. You have no control over yourself. Like, you made a conscious statement to realize you were wrong. I have control over you.
You're a joke.
Your Honor, I would like to say that the victim is a idiot. Clearly, easily impressionable. That's their fault.
The victim?
The victim.
Did I die?
No, it's like they were...
Explain the bit to
The
me.
defendant
Okay.
is telling you this.
Okay.
Like, maybe like you slipped in a restaurant and you're suing the restaurant.
Oh, right, yeah.
But the defendant is using the defense that you are an idiot
Well, I'm glad we got some backstory for this
to their
bit.
favor. It does not work.
I was really struggling to understand it, but now it makes a lot more sense.
Phoenix Wright, do your stuff. Your Honor, the victim is an idiot. I like how this is the... Yeah. Phoenix Wright would be defending the corporation, right? Yeah, he
Yes,
would,
he would,
because
yeah.
Edgeworth would be the prosecutor.
Right, and
Phoenix Wright would be the bad guy.
he's prosecuting. Yeah, no, you don't want to be that.
Except Phoenix Wright isn't actually anything. He gets in there and convicts a man of murder.
He convicts a murderer, yeah.
Someone else. Sometimes it's the prosecutor.
The murderer always is in the room. If I killed a man, I would just leave. Here's a smart one. Murderers. If you kill a person, you just go.
Mr. Wright, this was a simple, parking ticket violation court case.
Anyways, somebody
you
killed.
solved a cold case that had gone cold 20 years ago involving the prosecutor's parents. And somehow the man who gave the ticket is the murderer.
Yeah, that's correct.
And you knew this from the parent.
Yeah, I figured this all
That
out.
the
I put this all
pirate-
together. I put a bunch of pieces together. I saw the tire tracks on the ground.
The 20-year-old parent, the pirate with the in front of the seafood store had.
Let me explain to you how this goes.
Please enlighten us, Mr. Wright.
This is not so far off from a Phoenix Wright case.
I know, dude. I know I could talk about the parrot.
No, I mean, not even that. Like, Phoenix gets a call, goes ring ring, hey, I'm getting a parking ticket. Can you come defend me? And Phoenix Wright goes, sure, fine.
Are you serious?
This isn't like an actual one, but this is exactly how it would go. He goes, okay, I'll be over there in a second. And then, like, you get there to the car, and, like, you're checking out the parking position and, like, where the ticket is and everything. And then there's, like, a body in the person's trunk. And it was like, bam, got him, book 'em, boys. And Phoenix was like, no.
He's so ready to believe he's innocent.
He's so ready to believe he's innocent. And I'm so mad because I didn't want to solve a murder case for once. There's a case where it's like some vase breaks, and it's like, oh man, shit, the vase is broken. Why we get it? There's a dead body. And it's like, you fuckers!
What?
Every single case is like, oh man, we're just having a sort of wacky fun time.
And then Edward says, book 'em, boys. My case is absolute.
Yeah, he does that. He says, like, you can't prove this one.
And then Phoenix looks at him in the eyes and is like, watch this.
And he goes like,
Except he does it kind of awkwardly.
Yeah, he's got like 16 pieces of evidence, and he's talked to every single person in the room, and he's like, bam, it was this guy. Fuck you.
It was the parrot, Edgeworth.
The
The parrot's the murderer. The pirate's the parrot.
I think
Phoenix, why are you always using parrots in your cases?
I think one of my favorite cases is the end of one where you prove that the prosecutor's the murderer. He's there.
Don't do it. Don't take the case, bud.
I know he's
just decline.
He's killed 2 people. That's
Doesn't
his whole.
he tased Phoenix
Yes.
and trap him in an elevator?
No.
He traps someone else in an elevator.
Yeah, and he
though.
kills somebody in the elevator.
Isn't his daughter another prosecutor?
Yeah, and she hits you with a whip, and she whips everybody, and that's legal?
And she just...
That's not legal.
But she's still in the other
She
games.
can't hit people with whips.
Her father goes to prison, though.
Yeah, he's got the death sentence.
Dies.
Probably.
Which game is this?
I don't know. When
Like,
he dies,
the
you don't tune in.
No. I mean, like, what? Which...
First game. The end of the first game is where you prove that he's a murderer.
Oh. It would be fun if, it was like... And he murdered Edgeworth's parents. Spoilers for Phoenix Wright. Evil whip dude. No, he doesn't have a whip.
Taser.
He has a taser.
Yes.
But he doesn't use that as his funny thing.
Oh, no, because he does, like, a terrifying thing. It's a scary thing when it happens.
Right. But it's not like he's not prosecuting normally, and then he just like, watch this taser. I'm going to tase you funnily.
Like, he doesn't do that. That's what the whip lady does. She whips you and it's funny.
It's like a scary moment when he tases you, right?
Yeah, it's very scary.
Like your screen goes black or something?
Yeah, and it's like, because you're just walking around and you just have a first person view, and then suddenly he's there and he tases you.
Like he's there and he's mad?
Yeah, and he's mad. He's got a mad face.
Oh no.
Yeah,
he's a pretty scary guy, yeah?
It's scary. It's a scary game.
I've never played a Phoenix Wright game.
You should. They're good.
But I'd love it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it has a lot of depth.
It's true. You do the same thing over and over again, and it gets sort of boring after a while. But there's
what?
Like I ended up going to a guide for a lot of it.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not wrong if you have to use a guide.
Because in fucking Dark Souls 3, in any Dark Souls game, I use fucking guides. Up the wazoo. Because if I don't, I'll miss the 2 other umbilical cord pieces, because how the fuck?
Wait, Bloodborne?
Bloodborne.
You said Dark Souls 3.
I said Dark Souls 3, I said Dark Souls, and I said Bloodborne
Oh,
as
okay.
well. I should have just said Soulsborne.
But yeah, one of these days I want to be a person who finds all this shit on his own.
What?
Like he finds all this shit like the first time through. Like it's like a bunch of really weird hidden things all over the world, and I want to find it. I find it.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice.
I could post it on the internet and get like a thankless job. Like post it entirely on an ASCII text in a GameSpot. You remember those? You remember all those guys that are like ASCII texts and they're on GameSpot? And you it's wiki the guide and then cheats, except there's no cheats anymore. Cheats are basically nothing.
Right, of course.
Like, there's a site, I think it was GameSpot, where there was like the guide and then like 4 different guides by people, and then like cheat codes, Easter eggs, glitches.
Yeah. Final Fantasy X-2 makes me mad with how much you need to do in order to get the best ending.
Yeah.
I tell you, there are, 3 spots in the game where you have to listen for a whistle. And then you have to whistle 3 times.
What the fuck?
Yeah!
How would you ever know this?
If you played the first game, you remember the scene where Titus is like, just whistle, and I'll come running.
So you gotta whistle 3 times?
And then
You only whistle the once at each whistle.
Yeah, right.
I thought you meant you whistled 3 times.
No. And it's actually, fuck, talking about it gives me chills when I was talking about, just like when I was talking about Bravely Default and stuff.
Because it's just like, that's a cool thing.
It's a fun thing. And it's like, and you hear the whistling and it's like, that's him. That's Titus whistling.
I opened the door as you were saying that's him, and I was like, Raboob?
That's him. Rubble is Titus.
Come on up, Raboob.
He's not going to do that. He's going to jump up on the table and mess around like a putz.
Get some watermelon. Anyways, we talked a long time.
We talked about a lot of stuff.
We've been all over the place.
This is not a proper E3 episode.
E3, fucking, that's what E3 gets this year. It was not good.
It was not good.
Nothing happened. Nothing memorable came out of E3 this year.
Sonic Forces was fun. Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't at E3.
No, it was at an orchestra thing beforehand.
It was at an orchestra. No, during. On
whatever.
the same day E3 started or something.
There are a lot of interesting trailers and some cool gameplay scenes, but nothing.
It just made me more excited for games that I already knew existed.
Yeah, and
the game I'm most excited for right now is Miitopia.
Oh.
It's coming out less than a month now. It's July 15th. So, it's June 16th. No, it's still June 15th because it's not 12 yet. So, we still got a month until it comes out. But I can't wait.
Yeah.
As soon as Miitopia launches... No, it's the 17th. As soon as, Miitopia and the next Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer comes out around the same time. And that's going to be... Oh, that's going to be my week or weekend. Because I'm playing the demo, and there's so much to the demo. It's just basically the first world minus the boss.
Yeah.
Which, that's so much content in a demo.
Speaking of, do you have any games that were released or that were shown off or put out E3 that you're very excited for? Anything that you're really jonesing to come out already?
I mean... For me to Jones for anything Nintendo related other than Miitopia, I need to have bought a Switch. So, not really that. Sonic Forces looks fun.
Yeah. You excited for Monster Hunter, the new one?
Oh, absolutely. Pro Jared said it pretty well. He did his recap. He he released a video that was talking about the 2 different presentations that they had in Monster Hunter World at E3, and it was one that was single player and one that was multiplayer. And at the end of it, he said, the only thing I can see that's wrong with it is that it has demolished my desire to see Monster Hunter Double Cross.
Oh, yeah. That's a game that's coming out, right?
So, it's coming out in Japan, but people are, the current stance of Capcom is that they have not stated that they are porting it to America. So, the only reason I saw that is because someone was like, well, it looks like an article that's saying Capcom is not porting it to American Switches, and then the Monster Hunter
Worlds, right.
Twitter said that we have not made any announcement on what we're doing with Monster Hunter Double Cross for America. But I don't know if they all launch at the same time. Monster Hunter World is going to clean up.
Yeah.
They better not have high expectations for Double Cross, because that's going to be the same game with some light changes, while World is going to be something completely different.
Right.
It's still the same Monster Hunter, but everything's more fluid, and I imagine everything's going to feel a lot better.
Right.
I think that's the game you'll want to buy. I mean, you said you didn't.
Like,
But you never played with friends.
I did.
No, okay. You played very little with friends. You played one time.
Here's my thing with Monster Hunter. I'm not denying that the game's good. When I'm really getting into it, it feels great.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome. Chopping up monsters and all that shit. And the gameplay at its very core is good.
Yeah.
Like, I just like it all. But when I really want to dive into it, it asks more from me than I want to give to it. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, there are people that enjoy that, I guess. There have to be.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Even okay, I'll give you this. I love Monster Hunter, but I'm not a die-hard fan. I can't say I am because I never got to G rank. I beat the main story in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. That was a good story.
Yeah. It's a game with a lot of depth.
Sometimes too much.
Yeah. It's the ocean.
I can't. I can only get out to the point where, like, someone would say, "Hey, you're going out too deep. You're gonna get swept away, and you're gonna get drowned." And I'll turn around. I'll stop playing Monster Hunter as soon as I get to like some really high rank quests, and I'm running into recolors.
Oh yeah.
Which I mean, there's monsters. It's not just recolors after recolors, and sometimes it's fun. Seeing a silver Rathalos or a gold Rathian, that's a fun experience.
Right.
Because they're like the baddest of the bad. There's like this ape. There's this buff ape that I remember fighting, and I couldn't do anything to it. Like, it was so strong.
I was gonna say, Monster Hunter did though have the opposite of a hook, and then it's like when you first get to the town and you're setting everything up, they're like, "Hey, here are all the different shops. Here's the garden you can have. Here's the place where they fish. Here's the side things. Here's this and this and this and that." And
Monster
this.
Hunter 3 is pretty bad about it.
Yeah, and that's what I played.
Monster Hunter 3,
Coincidentally.
yeah. Monster Hunter 3 is kind of awkward with that. My first experience was Monster Hunter Freedom Unite.
Right,
on
which
the
I heard
PSP.
is very good.
That is a very good game. Like, there's not a lot of messing around. There is a farm. It's a small farm, and you can cook things. You can train your cats. But other than that, and then you're stuck on the mountain for quite a while.
Right.
But also, I was very young at that point in time. I just couldn't fully understand it. All I knew is that I was having a fun time, somewhat, like, because I didn't have enough time to get into it for it to rev up.
Right. I like that rev up as a. I think what a game really needs is a solid hook to really keep you playing it. And like, as much as I like all the Mario and Luigi RPGs, I was playing Bowser's Inside Story, and I got to like a sort of awkward point where I was like just trying to move through Bowser and figure out what I was going on with there. And I was exploring the overworld out there, and like, it stopped being enough for me.
Getting lost, losing your way in a game is the most dangerous thing a game can ever experience if it wants to be beaten.
Right. There's a metaphor to be made here. I'm trying to remember if I've... Like, when you're going through the woods and you're feeling like... And you feel like you've made this loop a billion times, you're starting to like lose your grasp on your sanity, you need something to hold you back.
Yeah.
You need something to pull you back and say, hey, the game's still great, we're just going through a rough patch right now.
Yeah.
And if that starts to slip away, then you're gone.
It's... I think Sonic Unleashed had that problem.
Yeah.
I'm not talking Werehog. Werehog was fine. I'm talking all the little mini stages.
Right.
Because with... I know people don't like to hear it, but there's a point in time when Sonic can go too fast. And it's when you try to implement classic Sonic control platforming.
Oh, right, yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Doesn't work.
Sonic has some get up and go in Sonic Unleashed. He can go probably his fastest in Sonic Unleashed. And he gets running so fast, so quickly, that if I'm trying to make platform jumps, even if I try it, I might overshoot and then do the dive before I can, or I'll be running and I'll jump through one thing, jump through the next thing, and then hit the next wall that I didn't see coming.
It was Sonic 06 that had the extreme speed segments, right?
Right, where
you were just going.
You couldn't stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Here, come up on my lap. I'll give you plenty of pets. You won't do it.
But we've gotten really sidetracked, and we've talked about so many topics that we could have made into full episodes.
Yes.
I think we will eventually.
We'll expound on these things. This is our most the episode where Ru just hates me.
It's oh wow. It's much like E3. There's a lot of different games, but not one big focus point.
Right. Yeah.
But there is the big focus point of E3 that everyone hates RPGs.
Right. Yeah. I heard a thing. Somebody was like, "Oh, there's going to be a lot of new JRPGs at E3," and there was just
none.
Like just zero.
Like literally none. Oh, before we go, Mario Odyssey. Did you hear that it's that Nintendo's treating it like the next game in the Super Mario 64 and Sunshine line?
I did. I saw that image.
Yeah.
And I was sort of confused.
Yeah. I realized how
Galaxy not? Was Galaxy not in that line somehow?
It's weird that it's not, but I almost understand it. Super Mario 64 and Sunshine
Brought something new?
Somewhat. Mario has all of his mechanics when you start. And temporary power-ups. Mario Galaxy, I'll say he has less maneuverability. Like, you can't... Can you do the run, immediately stop, and then do the backflip?
I think so.
In Galaxy? I'd imagine you can. But I think you can do it in every game, probably.
I can sort of understand where it's coming from. But at the end, I mean, I really can't. I guess they were like, well, if we put Galaxy on, we have to put Galaxy 2 on there, and we're not going to put Galaxy 2 on there.
Yeah.
So
but
get it out of there.
It's weird that Nintendo is treating it like a Galaxy, like a Super Mario World type game. Where...
Come up on my lap. You can play pets.
I guess with Super Mario Galaxy, you go into a level and you can get at maximum 3 stars. Whereas in 64 and Sunshine, you go into a level, you can get 7 shines or 7 stars.
Oh, in one go?
Not in one go, but it's...
Galaxy had 5 stars per world.
Definitely not. Not in every world.
I mean, yeah, some worlds were smaller than others, but your base worlds...
Would have
Alright, here's...
3 to 4.
Alright, I figured it out.
What?
Mario 64 and Sunshine had these worlds that were big.
Yes.
Like, there was a lot to do in these worlds, and you could go and explore them at your own leisure. Whereas Galaxy always felt like you had a specific path you had to take. It was like, hey, you go up there. You walk in this path, you're going to go do that.
If you look at the observatory, though, there's not much difference between it and the Peach's Castle.
I'm not talking about that. The overworlds are basically the same, but the levels are very different. You can start up, fight Big Bomb-On.
And then you can get the Chain Chomp star.
Or you can get the star in the air.
Except you can't have the cannons because the cannons are being used by the bombs.
Right, but you...
It is somewhat restricted by story, but in...
Galaxy, you pick a star, you land on the planet, and you're going to that star.
It's like fight Petey Piranha in the egg.
Right.
You're gonna go fight him in the egg. Unless
Right.
you somehow find a Luma that can create another galaxy and go to that galaxy. But...
That's exclusively it.
That's very few places.
Alright, I understand. Which is exciting. It's exciting that there's so much exploring to do in the game now.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm very...
Even if it makes New Dog City look like a fucking hellscape.
What do you mean?
Have you seen any gameplay?
Yeah.
Plus, it's fucking terrifying.
What, just the city?
You're playing on, like, skyscrapers. Like, you fly around to different skyscrapers, and the whole thing takes place on a skyscraper. When you look up into the distance, there's more city.
There's
How
more
big is this city?
Like,
Why is it so high up?
You're in a sectioned off part of New York.
Why does it look like Green Goblin was there, like it's a bunch of fog on the ground?
Oh, so you're thinking it's a sequel to Spider-Man 64.
Yes.
Green Goblin bombed the place
Are we fighting Green Goblin?
with the
No,
with
he's not
poison.
there.
That's why the city is not very viewable. Oh, okay.
Better go stop Green Goblin.
Thanks, Sense. Nope.
Not in this game.
Dr. Octopus plus Carnage mixed together. That's the final boss? That is the final boss. Welcome, true believers, to the...
We should play that on the channel.
I don't
We should
know.
go
I don't want to play that game ever again. I don't know.
I never beat it.
I watched it get beat by our dad. I don't know.
That's such a weird one.
A part of that game just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. It seems almost scary.
Yeah, it's...
You remember racing Venom?
Yes.
Venom was very scary.
You race a lot of people in that
You
game.
do race a lot of people. Remember fighting Venom? You
No.
remember ever hiding from one of the enemies?
Yes.
Like you had to hide from them so you could fight them.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No, you were racing Scorpion to J. Jonah
Yeah.
Jameson.
And he's like, you better hurry up, because I'm going to kill him.
Where are you, Jonah?
Oh, God, I hate it. You hyped for new Sony Spider-Man?
That looks pretty fucking good.
It looks way better than I expected.
Oh, man, absolutely.
Best game of E3. Mark it down.
I don't know. That was in another Sony game. That was another Sony...
It's an exclusive. But we already knew it was happening.
Yeah, okay.
That's really the big downside of it.
Is it Black Spider-Man?
I don't think so. I
I
think
thought-
Miles Morales is in the game, but I don't think you play as
But he's not Spider-Man?
He might be Spider-Man maybe
So
later.
you think it's Peter Parker?
Yeah.
So it's Peter Parker, but Miles Morales in that's Ultimate Spider-Man?
I think he's you can unlock to play as him.
Oh, so you can like to play as that Spider-Man?
Maybe.
You think you'll be able to play as every other Spider-Man?
I think that'd be a great idea. You know what I wanted to play, but I never got around to it?
Yeah.
Spider-Man Shadow Dimensions. The one where you can play as 4 Spider-Man.
Is that good?
I don't know.
Is it a good game?
I saw some gameplay of it. It didn't look bad. I'm really going to pick it up one of these days when it's like $10.
I'll stick to my guns and say Ultimate Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man game ever made.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know why people are like, Spider-Man 2. Okay. If you want to play a real fun game, play Spider-Man Ultimate. Ultimate Spider-Man plays Spider-Man and Venom. Swing around, you do fun web physics, swing around New York City. That's what I would do. Like, I would just swing around New York City.
If you were Spider-Man?
Yeah, having a fun time. Venom just got really fast. You
Yeah.
just go really fast.
There's the one part in the trailer where you're Spider-Man, you like run up a building, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
tasty.
And it's so bright and vivid. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Well, maybe I'm excited as I can be.
It did in general, like, put all the problems with superheroes together in like one 30-second bit.
What happened?
Did you watch the gameplay?
No.
Like the full trailer?
No, I did not.
There's a scene where you're like stopping a gang war, and there's a helicopter taking off, and you like tie a big thing to it,
Yeah.
and then all this is happening, and like the helicopter still takes off. It knocks a big crane down, so you gotta like web the crane to a bunch of buildings and stuff.
Right.
All the while the helicopter is taking the thing you tied to it and swinging like a wrecking ball through the city and smashing up a bunch of shit. And I'm like, at least a dozen people are already dead, like in just this. And then like you finally get it off, and the thing rolls through a building and like smashes a bunch of things. And I'm like, you are so lucky that no one was in this building, or they'd all be dead.
Yeah.
They're all dead, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, I
Can we
gotta.
talk about that scene in the new Spider-Man Homecoming where he's webbing that gigantic thing?
The ship together.
It's a ship?
It's a ship. It's a boat.
I thought it was an oil rig.
No, it's a boat.
Okay, so he's webbing a boat back together. What's his endgame? He
Uh,
puts it back together?
Iron Man is there. He's putting it back together.
No.
His endgame is he puts it back together. Unlikely.
I don't... They like to do that.
They like that scene a lot where he's holding something and he's trying desperately to bring it together.
It was in Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire. No, wait.
No, it was 2. Where he's pulling the train.
No, not the train. I'm talking about on the bridge.
Oh, is he doing that to a bridge also?
With a bus.
With a bus. Yes.
Remember?
Yeah, there's like...
Mary Jane is on the other rope.
Yeah, and he's trying to pull both of them as if they weigh the same.
Yeah. Why, Why are you having more trouble with my end of the rope, huh?
Are you
Spider-Man?
trying to say something, Spider-Man? You had super strength. Just get this done. He's like, I gotta decide. No, incorrect.
MJ, maybe
Maybe cut back a little bit. I'll get off the Twinkies.
Maybe drop. I was gonna say maybe drop those Twinkies, huh, MJ?
Because Twinkies are a treat no one can resist.
Maybe drop those Twinkies out of your pocket. That's what's weighing you down.
And she's like, I can't do it. This is a treat nobody can resist, and it's Twinkie ad.
But Spider-Man is insulting you for eating it.
It's fine.
You wanna earn Spider-Man's ire? What if you're on the bus? You can drop the bus.
It's so funny.
Fuck you, Spider-Man. We love Twinkies.
That's a Twinkie ad.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man desperately hanging on to both Mary Jane and a bus full of children. And it cuts the bus full of children. And they're like, please help us, Spider-Man. We don't want to die. And then it cuts the other one.
Mary Jane, please.
Drop the Twinkie.
Drop the Twinkie. And she's holding onto a Twinkie truck.
This is a treat that can't repeat.
No, but I imagine, like, someone pitching, like, Sony gave us the rights to one Spider-Man commercial using Twinkies.
Got the rights from Twinkies, got the rights to Spider-Man.
Who was trying to make a Twinkies ad and they're not on with Twinkies? We got the rights.
It's a commercial for the new game and we had a Twinkies ad.
We got the rights from Sony and Twinkies.
We did not get the rights from Twinkies, actually. We only got the right from Sony.
Fuck are we doing?
We're making an ad for the new Spider-Man game.
Well, we can't get Twinkies in there?
We can put Twinkies in there, but we just can't use the brand logo.
Twonkies.
No, Twinkies.
Oh.
I was trying to make it sound like a weird thing, but I just said Twinkies again.
No, but, like, they're sitting down in the board meeting, and it's like, I have an idea for a Twinkies ad using the Spider-Man IP. What if it's Spider-Man, like, sort of silently shaming you for eating Twinkies? But you're still resolute.
He's not shaming you so much, but he's like, mad at you because you're doing this.
He's disappointed in you specifically for eating Twinkies at this point in your life.
He's like, you should not be doing that.
But you're
An
resolute.
adult, you should know.
You're resolute. You should eat not 5 Twinkies per day. Mary Jane!
Mary Jane is in a box full of Twinkies, you only need one.
I found another one in the trash. What the fuck?
Mary Jane, we gotta talk about
Spider-Man, get out of my house. You already saved me from the muggers and I kiss you.
You're gonna comment on my Twinkies now? I'm gonna save you from the Twinkies. No, Spider-Man. That's not your job.
I have to save myself from the Twinkies.
I hope Spider-Gwen is in the game. I hope Spider-Gwen is playable.
And then she silently judges you for eating Twinkies.
I want to be silently judged by all the Spider-Men at once for eating the Twinkies. It's all the Spider-Men from all the universes are like pulling.
Madam Web, thank you very much for making me feel bad about my food choices.
She like teleports you to her magic time world and she's like, hey, Twinkies are pretty gross, huh? And you eat a Twinkie and you're like, shut up, Madam Web.
Shut up, Madam Web!
She's like, I've seen all realities and I know.
You eat Twinkies in all of them. You went for a very more general thing, but I went for just you always eating a Twinkie, even if it's a universe where there's no Twinkies.
Okay, here's the zombie universe. There's you eating a Twinkie.
Even though you're a zombie.
Somehow the grossest, despite actual zombies.
God, the watermelon was such a bad idea.
Somebody, my throat hurts real bad.
Mine does too.
Somebody opened up their box of Twinkies and is like, oh boy, another episode of Cookies and Milk for you to eat a box of Twinkies too.
Oh, I do that!
And they got 7 in, we were like, Twinkies are gross, and they're like, what?
Hold on. It's an hour and 18 minutes. I don't think there's 7 Twinkies in unless they ate it so slowly.
They like to enjoy each Twinkie. How many Twinkies come in a box?
Oh, maybe like 10? Definitely not. Maybe like 6.
I don't know, I haven't eaten a Twinkie in
You haven't eaten Twinkie in
10
a while?
years.
No way. No.
I think that's true.
Absolutely not. There's no way you haven't even eaten a Twinkie that long.
When would be the last time I ate a Twinkie?
You must have stopped at like a gas station or something and you got one.
No, I wouldn't do that.
It's not me.
Shut up, Madam Web.
You're in denial. Even though you're wearing a Twinkies hat.
Madam Web is like chasing me through my mind. And
Madam Web, why are you doing this? You have
like,
so
I
much.
know you eat the Twinkies.
You have so much. Meanwhile, you're passed out in the street, covered in Twinkie paste, Twinkie cream, Twinkie paste. So
Not the Twinkie face.
Not the Madam Web, no, not the Twinkie paste. But you're covered in trash and Twinkie paste.
That's just life sometimes, though.
And like Spider-Man's there, and he's like,
Hey,
we
what
gotta
the fuck, dude.
Mary Jane, we gotta talk. It's me, Spider-Gwen. I would tell a joke, but this is a very serious problem you have about Twinkies.
Knock it off. It's real fun that none of the Spider-Men like know how to talk to you about this clear issue. They're just like, what the fuck?
They're awkward teens.
They show up and they're like, oh man, a lot of Twinkies, huh? And it's like, fuck off.
Slightly judging Spider-Man about your life choices. Man, how'd you get here in the first place? Don't worry. I saved you, janitor, at 9 a.m. Look.
I'm gonna celebrate with the Twinkie. Hey man, don't do that.
Don't do that. You have so much better to do. How do you have a Twinkie on hand? Just in case I'm saved by Spider-Man.
Oh man, the Twinkie in my pocket is safe. Why'd you have that, dude?
Why were you worried about
If you
it?
have the self-control to save a Twinkie for later to eat it,
If you have the self-confidence to save a Twinkie for later and eat it in your pocket, if you feel confident enough to do that,
morning,
if you are caught, you can just shrug it off. If you have the self-confidence to do that, you should be Spider-Man.
every morning I have a Twinkie for breakfast, and then I save one in my pocket for later.
I save one in my mouth for later, too. I eat it for the entire day.
I'm eating it while I'm on the way to work.
My teeth are soft as ever, and they are horribly decayed.
They're all filled with Twinkie paste.
Holy Twinkie paste. God damn it. Are we just going to call this episode E3
This episode is-
colon Twinkie paste?
Yeah, that's a good place to stop.
Oh,
I'm sleepy.
what a good bit we got to at the end. How did we get here? Because of the Spider-Man
It's just-
demo? And I was trying to go for a Spider-Man being kind of like fat-phobic against Mary Jane, and we just started talking about Twinkies.
It's funny, she's not even like heavier because of the Twinkies. She just also has a box full of Twinkies, and it's like, hey, you should drop that box. Maybe that evens out the difference.
Oh, I made it worse. How'd you get heavier, Mary Jane? Because I ate the Twinkies. But you still lost the box. That's still less weight. No.
No, you think so, but it's not.
You think so, but it's not, Spider-Man.
I ate the box.
I ate the box. Then it still doesn't. You made more mass. You have more
I
mass.
bought
in
another
you.
box.
How?
I had it delivered.
Vulture, don't deliver that.
Oh man, this is the best now. This is one of those bits where like the villains try to put them in like a precarious situation. So I'm going to end it here because now we have the plot of Spider-Man Homecoming, where Spider-Man is holding Mary Jane and a bus full of children
And
up both
that's
sides of the
Spider-Man
bridge.
1.
Vulture's not in Spider-Man 1. It's gotta be Green Goblin. Green Goblin. And like, but
Vulture's not in Spider-Man 1. It's gotta be Green Goblin. Willem Dafoe? Let's call him up. Is he ready for this bit?
there's a bus full of children on one side, and the other hand is Mary Jane, and Green Goblin is there, giving her Twinkies. Just like handing her more
Green
boxes
Goblin,
of Twinkies.
stop.
She's just like
Why
holding
don't you
it.
just impale yourself on your glider now, Green Goblin? It's
She's just like stacking them up, and Spider-Man's like, you can drop them. He's not making you hold them, you can just drop them.
a waste of food, Peter.
So like casual, it's a waste of food. We can eat these, it's fine. But there's like definitely a
I'm not
bus full
gonna
of
share.
children.
I'm not gonna share Twinkies with you. I don't want to eat Twinkies.
I'm not gonna eat the Twinkies. Nobody's gonna eat them.
No one's.
She's like, they don't expire. I can have them for a long time.
No one's gonna eat them.
Having a sort of passive-aggressive argument about eating habits while they're being held off of a life-or-death
No,
experience.
they're not even in a relationship right now. No one's gonna eat them. You're gonna take it?
He's actual Spider-Man. She does not know it's Peter Parker, and he's like, "Hey, maybe you try those Twinkies, huh?"
They're gonna take up space in your cupboard.
Hey, she's like, "You don't know my life, Spider-Man. I might need this food real bad."
Meanwhile, he's thinking back to he saw her full fridge of like healthy foods and yogurt, and it's like, no, I think you're good.
I'll buy you food after this. It's fine. I got a lot of Spider-Man money.
You want some granola? Spider-Man, you not like fat people? I can't save them as easily.
Jesus Christ.
Spider-Man, come on, dude.
It's funny that Spider-Man doesn't even particularly care about, like, fat people specifically.
He
just does like Twinkies.
He doesn't like Twinkies.
That's his whole issue. He's like, I think they're sort of gross.
I'm more of a Hostess Cupcakes type of guy.
Hostess Cupcakes are a real snack. If you had some of those, I'd understand.
No, like,
I wouldn't drive a by some Hostess Cupcakes either.
Ho-Hos are the real deal.
We doing Little Debbie shit? That's the real shit.
Throat is getting so dry.
We gotta stop. We're like an hour and 30 minutes.
Very far in. Yeah.
Also, I think the bit's as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was episode 39. E3 Twinkie paste.
Alright, see you guys later. Thanks for listening.
I've been your host, William.
I've been your host, Ben. What'd you think of the watermelon?
You do not want to eat watermelon at like... You don't want to start eating watermelon like 10:30 at night.
Also not room temp watermelon.
It was not good. It needed to be cold.
We also need to be having like burgers on the side.
Yeah, grilling it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Also not have fancy Italian food in our stomachs. Because that doesn't go well with
I don't know if it was
watermelon.
fancy.
Okay, Italian food that
Yeah.
didn't have good sauces on it. Okay, I've been your host, William.
I've been your host, Ben.
And that was Cookies and Milk. Goodbye.